And welcome back to Grant's Gaming Corner, ladies and gentlemen. We are back at our Let's Go Eevee playthrough, and we've got some work to do. We've got to go after our next badge and see if we can make our way to, what's it, Cinnabar, if I'm not mistaken. And there might even be a bird we have to go after at some point, depending on how tonight goes. So yeah, right now we're here at, well, technically we're at Silph here, but, you know, we're on the outside. So we have the rest of the way to go to Cinnabar, so we're gonna have to go check it out. Welcome in, Niall. Appreciate you coming hang out tonight. Not too much is up tonight, just a typical night for us. How about you? What's going on with you? But I appreciate you being here. Appreciate everybody coming and hang out tonight. So let's get started by see if we're gonna battle this little girl here. I figured we were. Wanted to grab that item that's sitting over there, but figure we have to walk past her. Are you on vacation too? No, we're just out here trying to collect Pokemon. We're not on vacation. We got work to do. Have to get to Cinnabar Island, go to Pallet Town, and then surf. We could, but we can also surf from right here where we're at to Cinnabar as well. We'll probably end up going up to Pallet Town instead. I'm kind of enjoying doing it a little, well, backwards compared to what we were used to doing it. Which this I feel like is more of the natural way to do it. I think this is the way the game developers intended on us actually doing it. Let's use Niall and let's see if we can use his Mega Drain to heal him up. But yeah, I think the idea was that you were supposed to go through Silph and then go over to Cinnabar and then up to Pallet Town. I don't think they actually meant for us to come down from Pallet Town. But you know, I want to do it a little different. I want to do it this way. I've never actually done it this way, truth be told. Honestly, I've always done it like you're talking about, Niall. I've always come down south from Pallet Town and got to Cinnabar. So to go through Silph and go across to Cinnabar is actually kind of interesting to me. It's different compared to what I'm used to. Niall leveled up. All right, let's see what Pokemon she has to bring out next. Just to look like she had 3 Wigglytuff. Yeah, we'll leave Niall in for now. See if we can hit it with another Mega Drain. See if we can't gain us a little bit more HP back on Niall. Ooh, yeah, that's actually a pretty good hit. It was actually way better than I thought it was going to be. I was expecting that to be a bit of a rough hit, but hey, we'll take that. Body, oh, okay, paralyzed, yep. Under paralysis. So what is waving the remote to? Aww. Okay. Oh, rose all the stats. Okay. Oh, but that took our turn doing that. Huh. Never done that before. That's new. Well, actually, it's probably not new, but I've just never done it before. That's cool. So if we get into a bind and we need some stat boosts, we can get Frank to help us out with his stats. As long as they're showing a little rocking back and forth remote up there, I guess. I guess Eevee rocking back and forth the remote up there means it's we can get a boost. Okay, so is that not do a Mega Drain? Come on, there we go. Bring down that Wigglytuff. So how's everybody doing this evening? I appreciate y'all coming to hang out tonight. Thank y'all for being here. We're gonna see. Oh, we're going to Cinnabar. That's right. The research lab is there. Oh. No, healed itself. We'll take that. But let's put the Firetail in just to take on this gloom. So Cinnabar. Yeah. So that means we can actually revive our fossil. I forgot about that until just now. That means we get a new Pokemon tonight. Which fossil did we take? I forgot. We'll have to go back and take a look because I really don't remember. I feel like it's time we probably started getting our team better moves. Might be time we start optimizing their moves a little bit. We'll see. We may do that as we get a little closer to the league. May not worry about it tonight. Nice. Bob and Dragonair leveled up. Yeah, I get a couple of Great Balls from her. We'll take that. Where's Diddley to rag me on my yawns? No, ooh, heart scale. Yeah, that'll come in handy. All right, let's hit the surf and let's head that way. All right, Frank, do your thing. Magikarp. Trainer to battle. Let's battle the trainer. Actually, I'm kind of hoping we see a Lapras out here. That'd be awesome. A Slowbro, huh? Let's go ahead and switch out. Let's put Nile in. I don't feel like Big Steely's ready for this. I don't think Big Steely's ready to take on a water type. Beg pardon. Sorry about that. Apparently tonight's the night of the yawns. It's been a long day. It's been a good day, but been a long day. Welcome in, Diddley. Appreciate you coming and hanging out tonight. How you doing tonight? There we go. Down goes slow, bro. Alright. Oh, okay. That's right. We get to heal up a little bit. That will work. Now, onward to Cinnabar. Sinuses. And hopefully we can find us a Lapras. You can go to Cinnabar from Seafoam Islands too. Yeah, that's the direction we're going right now. We just left Seafoam Islands because, you know, last week we got our Articuno. So this week we're leaving the Seafoam Islands, headed to Cinnabar. That's what Niall and I were talking about. Is I think a lot of us when we first played Generation 1, we went south from Pallet Town. But I think the way the developers actually wanted you to go was through Cinnabar, and I mean not Cinnabar, through Seafoam and then to Cinnabar, and it just kind of feels interesting trying to go this way instead of the other way. Not getting enough oxygen to the brain today, apparently. But yeah, so we're going from Seafoam to Cinnabar. I lost my train of thought as to where we were going. But yeah, I figured we go this direction because we just caught Articuno last week. Oh yeah, yawns are setting in early tonight. I got up early today, did the 9 to 5 thing. So yeah, I'm needing to get some yawns in. Guess we'll stick with Nile. The rest of the team's not quite there yet. But yeah, last week we caught our Articuno, and now that we've caught our Articuno, figured it was time to leave Seafoam and head towards Cinnabar. And tonight, I'd almost forgotten, but when we get to Cinnabar, we'll be able to revive a fossil. Because we have our fossil. Ooh. We need to go back to Pewter City. Thinking about it, yeah, I was thinking about that idea, Diddley. I thought about going and getting Zapdos after Blaine tonight. Pending nothing goes crazy tonight and we can get everything to go our way. Yeah, defeat Blaine, get our gym badge, hatch. Oh wait, it's not gonna be that fast because we gotta go through the Pokemon Mansion, don't we? I forgot about that. Ooh. We'll see how far we get tonight, but yeah, that was kind of one of my ideas. Let's try this. Bob is not fast. Let's see if we can give Bob a chance to heal, to rest. Forgive me, I got something in my eye. There we go. That feels a little better. Alright, Bob. Rest. Heal up. And then we'll see if we can't try to wake him up. And then we'll see if we can't try to use him. Yeah, there we go. To deal some damage against Shinx. Oh boy. That was not a good hit there. I was gonna say, we got some awakenings, don't we? That is not the kind of hit we wanted to see from a Jinx. Not against poor Bob. Well, at least he's not as low as he was, but still. Alright, Bob. Yawn at that Jinx. Let's see if we can put it to sleep. Jinx is getting drowsy. Oh, Bob is in need of rest too. Alright, let's rest again. There we go, and Jinx should be falling asleep. Hopefully this turn Jinx falls asleep. No, she got an ice beam off first. Interesting. There she goes. Now she falls asleep. Okay, I was expecting her to fall asleep at the beginning of that turn. Alright, let's use another awakening. Let's wake up Bob. Awakening up Bob. Now let's see if we can start to dump some damage onto Jinxie. We'll go with a Thunderbolt to begin with. Actually, probably should have went with a Headbutt, but you know, doing what we can out here. Not bad, not bad. Alright, do a Headbutt this time, Bob. No! There we go. Down goes Jinx. That's what we like to see right there. Alright, now let's see if we can work our way on over to Cinnabar. Magikarp. Oh, that Jarp got us. No. I want to use an Ultra Ball on a Magikarp. Really? Okay, well, got it that time. Let's see if we can actually catch it, though. No, it's gonna fight us. Look at this. Magikarp's got some spunk. Ooh, excellent throw. There we go. Big ol' excellent. That's what we need. Really? Alright, Magikarp. Look, dude, we're just trying to give you a better home. Quit trying to fight us here. Come on. We're gonna send you off to a professor. Really? He's really giving us the business here, isn't he? Wrong direction altogether. Don't know what was up with that, but it threw the wrong direction. Oh, I thought we had it that time. Alright, let's I'm afraid to do this. I'm afraid he's gonna eat my berry and run, but you know what? Whatever. What'd I just say? He's gonna eat the berry and run. He just wanted to steal a berry from us. That's all he wanted. Dirty little Magikarp. Can't believe he did that to us. Alright, let's heal up. Let's heal our team up and let's see what else going on here in the Poké Center, and then we really need to head up to the Pokemon Mansion. But I kind of want to go to the lab first. I think I want to do that first. What all these people got to say? I came to visit Cinnabar Island, but the door is locked tight. There must be a key somewhere, though. Maybe in the old mansion. They say that one of the gym leader's friends used to live there. Yeah, that's probably it. Do you have lots of friends? People say Pokemon you get in trades with a friend grow faster. I think I would be worth your time to give a trade a try. Maybe. Pokemon can keep on learning new moves, even if you stop them from evolving. It's a trick that experienced trainers know. Wait till the Pokemon learns a move it wouldn't otherwise, and only then do you evolve it. Something like that, kid. Are you interested in a Dark-type Pokemon? I have a Meowth. Maybe I could trade a Dark-type Meowth for it. Yeah, maybe later. Right now, I think we're gonna ride on what we got. Might consider that Pokemon trade later. She has a Magmar. Cinnabar Island's Blaine, Jim's Blaine is an odd one. He lives on an island. He lives on this island since way before the Pokemon Lab was built. Nice. All right, so let's head into the lab and let's see about reviving our fossil. We study Pokemon here day in and day out. People even bring us rare Pokemon to examine. Nice. Did you come to have a look at our lab? Most impressive. I like to see that. I like to see the kind of drive. This kind of drive. All right, so what's here in room 1? The sofa is very soft and comfortable. That's a very scientific thing to say. This is a reception room. It's a room where we talk with our guests. We don't have when we don't have guests, it's a place for scientists to slack off. Nice. I found this most remarkable fossil inside Mount Moon. I think it's of a rare Pokemon. Nice, nice. So did we. Alright. Hey, no running in the hallways. Boy, I've always wanted the chance to say something like that. Alright, fine. We'll walk a little bit more. What I've done, I accidentally wrote on the board with permanent marker. Maybe I could turn it the other way and no one would ever know. That's right. Eevee has a potential to evolve in a variety of different ways. It doesn't look like your Eevee has any interest in evolving, though. Come on, come at me. I'm a scientist that's been working without sleep or rest. You think you stand a chance? Sorry, to taunt you like that all of a sudden. I haven't slept in days. Here, I'll give you this. Do you think you can forgive me? He gave us the TM for taunt. Should have seen that one coming. Yeah. Alright, let's see what else I got going on. Oh, I'm so busy. No, never a moment to breathe. Certainly no time to take to be talking to children. I don't want to talk to you neither. Do you think this machine looks rather like a washing machine? It's not, though. Thanks for telling us what it's not. Doesn't tell us what it is, but he definitely tells us what it's not. So it's not a washing machine, so we know that much. Alright, here we go. I think this is probably the room we're looking for. My eyes are getting so tired when I look at my computer for too long. Resting your eyes is really important, you know? Maybe when I become a fossil, they'll revive me in the distant future. All matter is made up of tiny molecules. It's like how $100 is collective of a lot of $1. Sure. Hiya, I'm an important doctor. Yes, very well known indeed. Here, I study rare Pokemon fossils. Hey, do you have a fossil for me? Oh, the Dome fossil. That's the one we have. This is the Dome fossil. Is it? It is a fossil of a Kabuto, a Pokemon that is already extinct. Oh, okay. Shall I use my resurrection machine to make that Pokemon live again? Yes. So, give it here. Well, that was kind of quick if he's handing back our Pokemon already. Success! The fossil was a Kabuto as I thought. Nice. Nice. So what kind of name do we want to name Kabuto? Well then, come back soon. Alright, you guys got suggestions? What's our name for our Kabuto? Let's, there we go. That's the button I'm looking for. What shall we name? Oh, level 44. That's actually not too bad. Buzzy? Alright. Buzzy. Anybody have any other suggestions or any upvotes? I'm gonna grab a drink of water while you guys take a moment. Like normal, it's always good to have a little water. Excuse me. Apparently that water's better than I thought it was tonight. Actually, beetle sounds better. Beetle? Okay, I'm fine with beetle. B-E-A-T-E. Beetle. Cool. Alright, I'm down for beetle. Beetle the Kabuto. Yeah, Kabuto. Because the other one's Kabutops. We gotta evolve it to get to a Kabutops. Alright, we got that fossil. I think the beetles. I was wondering about that. I kind of had a feeling. So we've already been. Let's do it. Let's run up to Pewter City real quick. And then we'll come back to Cinnabar in just a moment. There's something we need to go pick up in Pewter. Let's see if we can go grab it real quick. Should be able to. Yeah, we can get around this way. Here we go. Oh, feels like it's forever since we've been in Pewter City. Oh, I forgot how the city was. It's been so long since we've been here. The secret of space, the mystery of Earth. There are so many things which about which we know so little, but that should spur us to study harder, not throw in the towel. We have 2 fossils of rare prehistoric Pokemon on exhibit. Shh. Listen, I need to share a secret with someone. I think that this chunk of amber contains a Pokemon named Pokemon DNA. It would be a shattering scientific breakthrough if a Pokemon could be resurrected from it. But my colleagues just ignore what I have to say. So I have a favor to ask. I want you to get this examined at the Pokemon lab somewhere. Okay. What does this dude get to say? You can't sneak in the back way. Nice try, kid, but no. Oh, whatever. Do you know what amber is? Yes. There's a lab somewhere trying to resurrect creatures from amber, which contains the genetic material of ancient creatures. Okay. I feel like we have to do one more thing over here. Just because I feel like this always gets us something good. Hello, do you think you could keep an eye on my Slowpoke again? Sure. Oh, thank you much. In that case, please keep my dear Slowpoke company for a little while. So we get to watch after Slowpoke for a moment here. Slowpoke seems very good at doing nothing. You spend a relaxing time with Slowpoke. That poor Slowpoke, he's just gonna sit there, isn't he? Thank you for keeping an eye on my dear Slowpoke. Here, this is for your trouble. Big Pearl, we'll take that. That'll come in handy. Alright. Oop, oh, not there. Alright, Frank. Let's use your moves here. Secret technique, Sky Dash. And let's get back down here to Cinnabar. And let's see about this fossil we got going on here. Surely there's something we can do with it. Surely the lab will know what to do with it. Alright, let's see what this guy can do over here. Hiya, yeah, important doctor, yeah, rare fossil, old amber, yes. Resurrected machine, yeah. Alright, so he takes the old amber. All right, you guys get a name for this one because this is our Aerodactyl. Got an Aerodactyl from the doctor. Nice. So there's another Pokemon we revived back. The savage Pokemon that died out in ancient times. It was resurrected using DNA taken from the amber. Yeah. Well then, come back soon. So let's hit a good save real quick. What you guys think? What you guys want to name our Aerodactyl? It's level 44 as well. Actually, that's not too bad. What you think? Anybody got a good name for it? Eevee? AVI? Eevee? What's that? Is it short for something? Eevee? Did I read that right? Yeah, AVI. Eevee. Alright. You guys know the drill. Wow. There's like a solid 5 or 6 second delay. I just realized that. I see me on the program that I'm streaming with, OBS, and then in the background over there I've got YouTube, not streaming, not watching, but I can see my preview where I'm broadcasting, and I just realized there's like a good solid 5 or 6 second delay. That's cool. Okay, well, no responses, so AV it is. No other suggestions, and you know, well, we take it if it's an upvote too, but you know, hey, AV it is. AV the Aerodactyl. Actually, let's get a save real quick now that we've named it. All right, now on to the Pokemon Mansion, because we've got to find that key if we're gonna get into the gym. I do like they added this little area here you can walk through a lot easier. Welcome in, Lamb. How you doing this evening? The door is locked. Quiz time. The key that'll get you into this gym. Hint: the answer can be found somewhere in the building that is overgrown with greenery. How you doing tonight, Lamb? Appreciate you coming to hang out. Let's see what this dude has to say. Scientists sometimes go into the Pokemon Mansion to carry out different experiments. Ooh, there's an item over here. An antidote. We'll take it. We will take it. Alright, so let's head in. Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. It was a good weekend this weekend, and got some rest. Got a chance to hang out with the family, and now I'm back and ready to hang out with you guys. Let's see if we can try to catch this Magmar. Pretty sure it's not going to be easy. Magmar's going to make my life a little tough, but it's okay. We're not going to make it easy for Magmar either. Ooh, got a nice throw. So what's shaking with you, Lamb? Anything new? Really? Really? You're just gonna, you know, eat our berry and pop out of the Pokeball I'm trying to catch you in? Ooh, got an excellent, big ol' excellent. Let's see what happens. Got it. We got a Magmar. What do you guys think? Need names? Nothing new with you? Awesome. Sometimes nothing new is a good way to say that you've had a good relaxing time. Because I'm gonna tell you, when I say nothing new, it means that I have done nothing that was required to be new, and I got to relax and enjoy it. Feels like seeing Magmar in my room. Feels weird seeing Magmar in a room. Yeah, I mean, kind of. I get what you're saying. It is kind of odd, but I forgot to do that. But hey, we caught it. The cooker. All right, I'm down for it. Anybody get upvotes or any upvotes or any other suggestions? In the meantime, I'm gonna be typing it in because we can always change it. But if you guys give it a upvote, then I'm cool with that too. The cooker. Cooker sounds good. That's an upvote from Lamb. All right, well then the cooker it is. All right, let's see if we can grab us a coughing. Isn't it coughing? Yeah, because wheezing is the second one. I don't think we have a coughing yet. Nope, we don't have a coughing. And this guy is not going to be easy because he's moving back and forth. Ooh, ooh, big ol' excellent. Got it. Let's see if we can catch it now. Ah, oh, we had that one. Oh, we had it. Another big ol' excellent. All right, now we're getting places. Yes. Got it. We got a coughing. I'm gonna throw this one out there at you guys. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think we get Ditto in the mansion. If I remember right, I think it's in the subfloors though. We gotta go down to the bottom to get the Ditto, but we gotta go down there anyways to get the key eventually. So, you guys don't have to take my suggestion. I mean, if you guys got a better one, tell me. But yeah, we need a nickname for coughing. My suggestion is go with the beta name, which was NY, short for New York. Funny enough, coughing was New York, NY, or it was NY, not New York specifically, but it stood for New York. And then wheezing was LA, short for Los Angeles, which is two of the cities that have the craziest amount of smog and well, smog basically in the betas. Yeah, I didn't know. New York sounds too basic. Okay, that's fine. If you guys got a better name, that's fine. I was just throwing it out there because it's the beta names originally, which I thought was hilarious that they called one Pokemon New York and the other one Los Angeles, just because of it being smog and poison Pokemon. But what do you got? You guys throw me a nickname out there then. What are we calling coughing? Grab me some aqua, some water. Need some hydration. You're in Los Angeles, can confirm. Well, I hope you're enjoying yeah, well, not to get too crazy into it, but I hope you're enjoying being out in Los Angeles, Lamb. Well, that's awesome. Yeah, I've never been to either one, so I'm definitely gonna have to take opinions of people around me as to how bad it is. But that was beta names. If you go back and look up beta names from Generation 1, what these Pokemons were named before they gave them their official names, that was how they had done it. It was NY and LA. I thought it was kind of cool. I thought it was kind of an interesting... I mean, I'm glad they didn't keep it for Pokemon names. Then again, I guess there could have been Nai and La. Nah. But I still thought it was kind of cool for beta names. So what you guys think? Any suggestions for coughing? If anybody's out there in Viewerland wants to jump in the chat, suggest a name out there, as long as it's family friendly. I make sure I'm saying this right. Dogus, I'm down for it. Droupy? Forgive me if I'm saying that wrong, Diddley. But I kind of like Dogus that Lamb just threw in there. I mean, it's up to you guys. I'm waiting for an upvote on it. For the moment, I'm gonna type in Dogus for the moment, though. Oh, come on now, Lamb. You're gonna have to translate that one for me. I can't read Japanese as much as I'd love to read Japanese. Oh, Dogasu. Is that how it be pronounced? Dogasu. Okay, what's Dogasu? What does Dogasu mean? It's a Japanese name for coughing. Really? Okay. Dogasu. Yeah, I'm leaning towards that. I like that one, Lamb. That's a good one. Do you know how to read and speak Japanese, Lamb? If so, we might have to talk about a private lesson. You might have to teach me because I've always wanted to learn how to speak Japanese and how to read Japanese. All right, so I'm going with Dogasu. Sorry, I'm with Lamb. My vote's with Lamb on this one. That's a good name. Ergani and Kitakana, not kanji. Gotcha. Okay, so you should know a couple of dialects, but not all of them. Only know a few words. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well, you probably know a little bit more than me, but that sounds like that's how I would learn. Is by picking and choosing the words that I want to learn as I go. But I've done that before. That's it. It's sometimes you just kind of got to pick what you like. Whenever I just typed a random in random letters. Gotcha. Fair enough. Let's grab this item. Let's explore this whole floor first before we go upstairs. But hey, sometimes random letters can come up with some of the best names. But in this case, Lamb hit my nostalgia. Well, I don't know about nostalgia, but Lamb definitely hit something that that made me want to. I mean, use Japanese, using the Japanese name. That's awesome. I mean, if I could type the Japanese name out like Lamb did, I would have probably done that. But I know I can't type that out. Let's see. There's notes here. Can we read any of these? Oh, I was trying to get past them. Oh well. It's huge. Let's see if we can try to catch it though. If we can catch it, then it'll be get a big ol' excellent. Give me something to send to the professor. What? Come on now. Ugh. Threw it just a little late. Just a little, but watch, this is the one that's, okay, never mind. I was gonna say, because I threw it late and I missed the modifier, that's the one that's gonna catch it. Big ol' excellent. Come on, stay in the Pokeball, in the Great Ball. Come on, stay. Really? We have to give this one a berry too? Another big ol' excellent. Man, we hit these excellents back to back tonight. I mean, I'm not complaining, that's a great thing to hit these excellents. I just wanted to catch. A little bit late, just a little bit late. Oh, I thought we caught it there for a second. Ugh, I hate when it does this. I can never get the throw to throw right. Literally, I can't get it to throw right. Really? Thank you. Thank you for moving back into the center. Big ol' excellent. Oh, we're getting these excellents tonight. Really? That equals Grant. That's how you spell Grant. That's interesting. That's cool. Now, Garanto. Oh, nice. I like it. Garanto. Now, I know my name it has like a definition, like to allow or something like that. But is that the actual? Is that how you in Japanese? Is that how you say my name, the proper name, or is that like the same word? Bottom modifier. We always do. Or is that the action to grant? Yeah, I'm curious, and only ask that because I've done that kind of thing before when I've searched my name in other languages, and it like the other language will give me the action, not the proper name. But that's cool. I'm assuming Gruntle is actually the name. Little twin brother. That's fine. It's the name. Okay, cool. I like that. I'll have to remember that one. Thank you, Lamb. As far as how to spell it, I'll have to I'll go back and I'll grab a screenshot of it later because I want to know how to spell it or write it out. At least write the characters. Guranto. Oh, so it is a bit of a ooh Guranto. Interesting. And I know Japanese has a heavy accent on or having emphasis on the vowels usually compared to English. We gotta catch this wheezing. Compared to English having a heavier accent on the consonants. Ooh, my brain is working hard tonight. Great throw. So that's interesting. Thank you, Lamb. Thank you for that lesson. I'll take it. I'll take that lesson all day. Big ol' excellent. Come on, catch, 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 catch. Got it. Got it. All right. What's the name for wheezing? What you guys got? What you guys think? Ooh, got a couple coughing candy too. Ooh, Riley and Big Steely are both leveled up. I recommend Rinshu to learn basic Japanese. It's what I used. Rinshu. Okay. Is that a YouTube channel? Is that a series of books or what is it? Welcome in Int. Or we're gonna call Wheezing Will. If you know, you know. I may or may not know. Sometimes I know, sometimes I don't know. It's an app. It's free. Ooh, yeah, I'm looking that one up then. I mean, where is a pen and a piece of paper when I need one? Why is there never a pen and piece of paper laying around when I need one? Actually, I think my little notebook. Ooh, wow. Case is heavier than I thought it was. There's my notepad. I thought I had a notepad. A little dusty. Haven't used it in a while. I bought a case just like my old case. Apparently it's a little dusty now. Just like my old Switch 1 case. And apparently it's heavy. I did not realize how heavy it was because I laid it down just now and it thumped. That's what you guys heard, so sorry about that. Alright, let me get to where I can right here. Rin. Sure. Thank you, Lamb. Appreciate that. I will definitely look into that. Okay, so back to naming wheezing. So let's see. It looks like Diddley's suggesting Will. Int is suggesting, I'm assuming Int, if that's your suggestion for the name of wheezing, which is fine. I'm down for that. We've named Pokemon after people in chat before. Sorry, my brain is it has just left me for tonight. I got an upvote for Will. Okay. Now so far we got an upvote for Will. Just name it Int. Actually, just you guys are killing me. Now I got an upvote for Int. Okay, somebody pick something. Which way are we going? 2 votes for Int, 2 votes for Will. Or Diddley, are you fully retracting Will? That's up to y'all. I'll leave it to you guys. Hi, welcome in, Hannah. Appreciate you joining us in chat. All right. Retracting Will. Okay, so that leaves us back to Int only. So Int is the official name of our wheezing. Name somebody else Will. Okay, so you're gonna reserve Will for something else. That's fair. Okay, well, wheezing is Int. Well, as long as we're here, might as well save as long as we're here. All right, let's go upstairs. Hannah, did you read back through chat a little bit, or do you want Lamb and I to explain that Lamb just pretty much got me hooked on a new app? That's a nice beanie you have there, sir. Yeah, I know the person who made it too. I can't get out. This old place is one big puzzle. No, it's not. Go out the room. Go down the stairways. The front door's right there. You're fine. Burglar Arnie. with a really bad ice cream beard mustache thing, because that can't be his real beard. That's just weird. All right, Riley, get in there. You got a Rapidash to take on, bud. Explain the app. Well, Lamb was telling me how they have this app. There we go. Lamb just threw it in there. You can learn Hiragana and Katakana easily. Kanji is when it gets difficult. I've always heard kanji was a little bit more difficult, but it's a little bit more formal too, isn't it? I forget. I may have that backwards. Kanji may not be the formal one, but yeah, I've always heard kanji is a little bit deeper, a little bit more robust compared to the other sub languages of Japanese. I mean, I don't know, dialects. That's the word I'm looking for. Telling y'all, my brain is done. Anyways, yeah, Lamb gave me an app I'm probably fixing to dive head deep into, and thankfully it's free, that I want to start using to learn Japanese. Yeah, that's free. It's like I like it because it treats lessons like levels, and the better you score, the better the score you get, the more you level up. Nice. Okay, now that sounds like it's fun. That makes me think of what was it? Duo? Wasn't that the one that had the little owl that did something similar like that, to where you could basically you had to play the games to get better. Wasn't that the one? Duolingo. That's right. That's it. Thank you. I couldn't remember the detailed name, but it was something like that. But I like this one being for Japanese. That's awesome. Ace Trainer. Not worried about the Ace Trainer right now, because those are usually much stronger than we are. Oh wait, here we go. Here's a book. Diary, January. Sorry. Hey, read tonight. Diary, July 5th. We discovered a new Pokemon deep in the jungle. Ooh, there's an item over here, but there's a coughing that got in my way. Alright, well fine, coughing, as long as you're in the way. Really? And we got a nice throw. Nice throw. Nice throw. It's specific in Japanese, and it gives you a more in-depth lesson. Very nice. It'll tell. We got more to read. Hang on, hang tight, Diddley. There's more to the story. Does it give you like history and things like that as well of some of these words, or how some of the language came about, or is it just like the breakdown of like the how to pronounce it and how to write it and things like that? There's another cough, wheezing. All right, let's see. Whoa, what did we run into? Oh, a Rattata. Little bitty Rattata. Bad throw. Really? What? I'm flicking my controller the same way, and no matter which way I flick it, it goes in different directions. Every time. Just... Well, at least we got a Rattata to send to the professor. Ooh, Fire Tail leveled up. We'll take it. We'll take it. That's a level up. All right, let's see. There's more around here. We got it. Really? These things just popping out of nowhere. Just break down and just a breakdown on how to write it. It also comes with the Japanese dictionary. I mean, honestly, the breakdown on how to write it's going to be plenty of help as well. I mean, that's awesome, because a lot of these words I don't know how to write. I used to know a little bit about the date system, the Japanese, the way they use, in numbers 0, 1 through 10, 1 through 9, and how they worked within like the dating system, month, day, year. And I can kind of still remember some of it, but it's one of those things, like, if you asked me to explain it, I couldn't explain it to you. Hey, you want to join us?
Maybe.
Do what?
Maybe for a second.
Sorry.
Maybe for a second. Has Ricky had our medicine?
I didn't mean to run into the rat-a-tat, but I ran into the rat-a-tat. And I also found a Hannah.
Hi. Hannah, jump scare!
Wasn't the intense, but yes.
I'm not scary, I'm friendly.
Big ol' excellent.
Okay. He's happy he found a Hannah.
Well, been having fun with our big ol' excellence, too.
Hi, Hannah. Again. Yeah. Okay. While I'm here, can I ask Chad a Pokemon question?
Pokemon question?
Uh-huh.
What kind of, I mean, is this an opinionated question or is this a fact?
This is about a help to a new Pokemon player. Okay.
You know who you're talking to here, right?
Yes, but okay, just let me ask my question. So,
okay.
I'm playing Pokemon for the first time. I had Let's Go Eevee that I started, and I got very bored with it, for lack of a better word. I currently have Pokemon Violet, which I'm very much so getting into and enjoying. Besides the whole map situation, the map seems to be constantly turning around, which Grant said there's a way I can fix it, so I'm gonna do that. But here's where I'm getting held up. Grant's greatly offended. Well, okay, here's my question.
A little bit. I mean, I'm the expert here. She can ask me. I mean, don't get me wrong. You guys have great opinions, but I mean, she's talking about Pokemon, and she didn't ask me first.
I did ask you first.
You did?
I did.
What'd you ask?
How did you learn the Pokemon typings as far as matchups are concerned?
You didn't ask me that.
I asked you for a list of it.
You asked for a chart, and I gave you the Pokemon chart.
I asked you for a way to do it, yeah, and you just said, here, there's this chart. Is there any other way that people have learned it, or ways that they've practiced it that have helped it stick to memory? Because it's hard for me. And I want to get more efficient because I want, when I beat the game, to be able to battle Grant and not have to take 50 million years to work on the matchings.
Now, see, if you'd asked me that, I'd have told you practice.
I'm asking if there's any other way that people have done it. That's what I'm asking.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, fine.
Are you less offended now?
No, not completely, because you never asked me that question to begin with. You asked for a type charting, and I gave you a type charting. You didn't ask me how to learn them. I learned them by simply playing and eventually started sticking as to what's good and what's bad against what. And I was like, oh, okay, that's strong against this is weak against that, and it kind of started sticking.
I'm here for 2 minutes, I'm yawning. It's not because he's boring, it's because I'm tired. Like, I have slept a lot of today. I woke up and I was doing great, I was being productive, and then I got a really, really bad headache. So I was fighting off a migraine. It seems to be fought off, but yeah.
No, you guys are not going to offend me if you guys tell Hannah an honest answer to how you guys memorized the type charting and figured out how to understand what the typing matchups were. Yes, I did give her the type charting because she asked me about the type charting.
In Grant's,
for me, I just learned it by playing, honestly.
In Grant's defense, he just think about it real life situations. Yeah, like I would think electric is weak to water, or water is weak to electric.
Water is weak to electric because it conducts electricity.
Okay.
But
fire is weak to fire. Yeah, fire is weak to water. Yeah, because water puts out fire. Like, there's those things.
Ground
when we start getting
electricity.
So it's when we start getting into like fairy types and dark types and things like that. And in Grant's defense, I'm about to read it. In Grant's defense, he played Pokemon from the first generation onward, so he got to learn them as he went, as they've added more typings. Let me tell you a story. I played Red when I was a kid. I did not know anything about types. I got frustrated and stopped playing for a while. A few years later, I got Diamond. I had the same issue. Yes. So that's where I'm at, is just how... I'm not saying it doesn't make sense. It's just memorizing all of them for somebody who wants to come in and wants to be able to battle Pokemon. And that's part of it. It's like it's a chess game, and that's part of the fun of it. So it's not like I just want to say, oh, well, mine's more powerful than yours. Like, I'm glad that there is some finesse in there. And we can. And someone told me about a website called Pokemon DB. What? What's that? Yes, I'm pulling out my phone to find it.
Is that .com, .net, or just search Pokemon DB?
What is this?
All right, well, while she does that, I'm gonna read this. Diary, July 10th. We christened the newly discovered Pokemon Mew. All right, so far we know they discovered a new Pokemon.
Pokemon.
And we know it's called Mew.
PokemonDB.net.
Very nice. All right, so let's go.
This is like the
.net
Stardew
right
Valley wiki. I love my Stardew Valley wiki.
All right, let's see. Ah, here we go. Here's another. Diary, February 6th. We obtained a new Pokemon from Mew. We have named this Pokemon Mewtwo. I've already known about the discovery of Mew. Nice. Actually, I guess this game did change the retcon the lore a little bit, because originally one of those entries said something about it was found in the jungle of Ghana, which is in Africa.
So this says it's a mini app. It's Pokemon attack type coverage. This mini app lets you select types corresponding to the attacking moves you taught or plan to teach to a Pokemon. It then tells you how effective those types are at tackling every known Pokemon.
Lamb just said, every Pokemon I encountered I looked up, and it tells you the types of what they are and are weak to.
Right. But is there, so like when you play Pokemon, do you still look at that? Because for me at some point, I don't know that I want to be like competitive per se, but I would like to play online and like be able to keep up. I'm still convinced Mew is bald.
Fair. I get where you're going with that, but apparently they say they pulled a hair off of it.
Grant's playing Let's Go Eevee. I'm currently playing Violet. I'm pretty early game. I just beat my first gym and my first, what's it called? First Titan.
Fair point. Some of the school missions have something about the type.
I did do a couple of school classes. Nothing that did a ton of that kind of stuff, but it basically said like pay attention to your typings, I think is what it said. Go to school. Okay, I can do that.
Yeah, some typings
I am a teacher. I do like school.
Effective and super effective towards others. Yes.
Right, and that's where you have to.
Then when you start getting into the dual typing to where one's super effective and one's not effective, and they can null it back out to a power of 1 instead of a multiplier up or down.
Diddley's still in the Mew. He probably had like one strand of hair. Either that or they just shaved it all off.
I'm good with saying they shaved it all.
Diddley coming in with the comic relief here. Diddley, I haven't commented on your stuff in the Discord, but I have enjoyed seeing it, and I'm sorry I haven't commented.
Yes, agreed, Diddley.
Yes.
Sorry. We've been busy. We've been reading. We just haven't had a chance to talk a lot.
Yeah, we've had a lot of life happen in the last week. Probably the past 2 weeks.
Give or take.
Least,
I mean, the weekend was nice to relax over.
This past, well, there were some things we had to work out this weekend too.
No, it's some family stuff, but nothing like what we've been doing. So it was nice to, that's what I was telling Chad at the beginning, is it was nice to kind of have a good relaxing weekend, not be too crazy.
Yeah, and that's part of Grant taking every other Thursday off, is just trying to keep up with life and making sure we're there for our family and managing everything.
I'll remind you guys about that later on, but we'll talk more about that.
Yes.
If not tonight, then for sure on Thursday.
But, yeah, so with that, I've thoroughly enjoyed. I feel like me playing Pokemon Violet is a way to get to know Grant better in a way, and I'm playing it because I want to. I'm not playing it because I feel like I need to appease Grant. He did marry me before I played Pokemon, so I I'm
not making her do it. Not a requirement. Just loaned her my copy.
Yeah, especially with the new game share thing that they have on the Switch too. It made it really easy.
So easy to share a game that way.
Maybe I'll play Pokemon.
So nice. Over the years, I just slowly picked it up. I do look up some new Pokemon that I do not recognize, but trust that the more you play, the more you'll learn along the way. That's essentially what I was saying, is just experience. It comes down to a lot of experience, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't like looking up new Pokemon anymore, at least not right away, personally. I like to play through a playthrough of the game first and catch everything, and then learn their typings as I catch them, and then make my adjustments from there.
Yeah.
But that's me. That's just how I like to play it. I don't want to be spoiled in their typings until I actually catch them, like a trainer would, like as if we were in the real world. You know what I mean?
Right.
But that's personal. That's just my way of playing.
But also, I think too, you have a little more luxury to do that in the sense of you've been around since Gen 1, so you got to focus on just the Gen 1 Pokemon, and then. Oh, good night, Niall.
Night, Niall.
Thanks for stopping by. Sorry I did not say hello to you. I didn't notice you in the chat. But thanks for stopping by.
Niall likes to hang out and do a good lurk, and there ain't nothing wrong with that.
Grants is pretty much the only chat that I don't lurk in, honestly. It was a big deal. I would lurk in your chat for probably 2 or 3 weeks before I actually chatted in your chat. And then I got to be a mod, so that was fun.
Fair. Same, but when I was little, I was really impatient. I mean, that's fair. I mean, back then, yeah, we had all kinds of books. Where's... on the coffee table, on the left-hand side, not that book.
I will look.
Yeah, that's a player's guide. I got that one.
I will look.
The red book with the Pokemon on it, you know what I'm talking about? You'll see it. It's about halfway down that stack. Hang on a second, I got a book I'll show you guys. This is what I used as a kid. Once I had actually had a full playthrough. What Hannah was referencing over here on the side of the desk is I have been playing Silver, Pokemon Silver Virtual Console. And of course, naturally, I've played my share of Gen 2 back in the day, Gold, Silver, and Crystal. I've just recently finished up Crystal. And now I'm going back and playing Silver just because I want to. Silver was my first Gen 2 playthrough and I loved it. Lugia is one of my favorite Gen 2 Pokemon. So I'm playing through Silver again. Well, I broke out the player's guide because there was a few details that I wasn't 100% sure of. Some of the timing-based things, the week-to-week things, when the haircut studio comes out. I was trying to up my Eevee's friendship. And I was trying to remember what days were what for the haircuts, so I could try to up its friendship quickly, because I was trying to get an Umbreon pretty quickly. So yeah, I had to break out the old player's guide, and it's been kind of nice to kind of see some of the old maps. Some of the old maps have been helpful too. You could have gotten Crystal. I have Crystal. I have Virtual Console Crystal. I've played through it already. This book. This was the reference guide that we used a lot as kids around my place to try to figure out what Pokemon were what in Generation 1 after we were playing it.
This book is from 1999.
Yes, it is.
And Grant's brother signed it.
That's actually his copy. I couldn't find my copy. I think I know where mine's at, but he didn't want his anymore, so I got my hands on it.
This is
Gen 1. I've already had old games. It was around the time Diamond and Pearl came out, but it did not have the DS yet. Oh, okay. So you were just kind of getting into Gen 1 at the time. Bought a Game Boy from a relative, and that lent it to me with Red. Nice. Okay. So yeah, you were getting a little bit of a late start. That's nothing wrong with that. Chloe actually got into enjoying some of the older Pokemons, and she has some Virtual Console versions of Red and Blue, Yellow, the Gold, Silver crystals. So nothing excellent, excellent. So nothing wrong with going back to those. Yeah, Diddley, I've already played I have a physical copy of all of Generation 1 and 2, but I also, there's your favorite one.
my favorite. I actually had the original Pokemon card for a Ponytail when I was a kid.
I might still have some of mine.
4th grade trading at recess. Trading Happy Meal toys for Pokemon cards.
I'm not throwing anymore. But yeah, Crystal, I played through Yellow first, and then I played Red and Blue, and then I played Crystal. So now I'm going back and working on Silver and Gold. So yeah, I'm playing them a little backwards compared to what you should play them, but they're my Virtual Console games. I want to play them how I want to play them. If I was a kid back in the 90s, I would 100% buy that. Oh yeah, we had to. It was one of those things. It's like, do you remember the old book fairs when we were kids in school? That's the book fair book.
Yes. So, see.
I think it's a Scholastic book as well, isn't it?
I was not.
Turn around.
Huh?
I think it's a Scholastic book, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It's
It was made.
Scholastic,
It was published by Scholastic Books.
I think it really probably was a book fair book. Like this probably was legit. a book
Pretty sure it was. I'm pretty sure we picked those up
The
at
fact
the
that
book
this
fair.
is in this good of a condition too is a testament to your brother.
Yeah, he took really good care of his. I had mine. I think I had writing all in mine, but I had notes and things like that I wrote in mine. I bought Blue's
Right.
Sprite looking rather strange until I saw Pokemon Green Sprite.
You bought Captain
That's fair.
Underpants instead, yeah.
That's fair.
Okay, I don't remember, like, I remember going to the book fair. I don't really remember buying a lot of book fair. I loved, like, when I was little, I loved some Ginny B. Jones, if that dates me a little bit.
I don't recognize it, so yeah, I guess
That dates
whatever.
Grant a lot of it.
Yeah. Sorry. Got no reference to it. I will tell you, we weren't crazy, wealthy growing up by any means. I mean, we were, we had to, scrape by sometimes. But the book fair was one of those things that my mom always encouraged and would very rarely limit us on. She would almost always say, yeah, buy every book that you want, because she would encourage reading for us. She always knew it was a good thing for us.
Well, yeah, and as a teacher, the book fair has gotten very expensive because it's become it's a fundraiser. Yes, I remember getting the Guinness Book Fair. I never bought one, but yeah, I remember people being like, that was the expensive big ticket one.
I think my little brother had a couple of those. I never bought them, but my little brother had a few.
You knew my grandmother.
Yes.
She was big on for our birthdays, and when I was younger, sometimes it would annoy me, and then as I got older, I loved it. I kind of miss it, honestly. She would always get us.
My brother did the Harry Potters also.
Yeah.
Barnes & Noble.
Yeah, my grandmother would always get us Barnes & Noble gift cards for birthdays and Christmas. That was like, you would have a gift, but that was always part of your gift, was to go, and she would usually take my brother and I to go shopping and pick out a book.
Nice.
Stuff. Yeah, that was our regular, we gotta do that one day. That was our regular summer thing, and at first when I was a kid and I wanted to go home and play video games, it would aggravate me sometimes, but we would go, it would be like a whole day trip. We would go, this is such an old lady thing, but also it was great. We would go to the Barnes & Noble. No. We'd go to Cracker Barrel for lunch. She'd pick us up right before lunchtime. We'd drive out, because we had to drive to a different town, or go to a Cracker Barrel. And then after we had Cracker Barrel, then we'd go sit in Barnes & Noble, and we'd go to the cafe and get something out of the cafe, and she'd get her coffee, and she'd let us peruse the magazines and peruse the books and find what we wanted.
Nice.
And then we'd be there for like 2 or 3 hours and then leave. That's what you do in Barnes & Noble. Like, you sit in the cafe, you look through the books, you see if you want the book, and then you go from there.
See, I would just kind of skim through books whenever I was in there, and then I would like, okay, this is the book I want, and I'd buy it and go. But then again, I was always a big comic book and manga fan, so I know exactly what I'm looking for when I go after those.
Yeah.
Or I'd be in there after video game players guides or hard to find players guides. So.
And I loved architecture, fashion, those types of things, but also a series of unfortunate events. That was a big deal.
Although I will say that Hannah and Chloe just spoiled me in quite a bit with 3 very nice books for Father's Day. On Father's Day?
Yeah.
What just passed?
Father's Day?
Sorry, I forgot what holiday just passed.
The cheat code books, yes.
Yeah, well.
See, we could never get the cheat code books. We'd have to go hunt online when our parents let us on their computer.
Occasionally, I'd buy a cheat code book when I wanted one, when I could get my hands on one. My problem was, it seemed like by the time the cheat code books got printed and out there, there'd be way different codes available. So yeah, I just got to the point to where getting online and finding them was better.
You want Cracker Barrel? Cracker Barrel is so good.
Cracker Barrel does sound good right now.
Not Deadly Lamb. Sorry, Deadly. Yes.
So yeah, Hannah and Chloe just spoiled me quite a bit, buying me 3 beautiful books.
There's Zelda.
The Zelda Hyrule Historia, the arts and the artwork one. I forget the exact name of it, and the
was it a compendium?
The compendium. Yes, thank you. So yeah, they just spoiled me with some beautiful books, and I've already opened the compendium, and I've been reading through it, I gotta open the other two, but I'm taking my time. Finding some downtime to sit and read is kind of far. Really?
Yes.
He's just messing with us. Super fancy pens and paper.
Pencil sharpeners.
Look like you need a degree to work with them. Nice.
Okay, Lamb. What's your choice of entree at Cracker Barrel? I want to know now. Are you a biscuit or a cornbread person?
Biscuit.
I like both. I prefer biscuits.
Their cornbread's not sweet cornbread. Because sweet cornbread would be different, but it's not sweet cornbread.
Great, just want sugar.
I like what I like. Look, from where I come from, sweet cornbread's what we grew up with, okay?
Well, where I come from, down the road from you, literally, okay. Lamb's a cornbread person. See?
Fair.
Okay,
fair.
for context, Grant and I, we did not meet for a long time. We did not meet until I was almost a grown adult and you were an adult before we met.
Wasn't an adult? Do you count me as an adult? Do I count as an adult now?
He acted like an adult, but he was an adult. Anyway, we grew up, like, our parents' homes.
About 2 miles from each other.
Yeah, less than 5 minutes of the drive. Yeah.
My grandparents was actually slightly further away than Hannah's family's house from where I live.
No, your grandparents' house was closer to my parents' house than even your parents' house.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Though it was slightly further to go to my grandparents' house than it would have been to go to your house.
Yeah, like on the way to visiting his grandparents, he would have passed the neighborhood where I lived. Yep, but because of the way the school district lines work and stuff, we did not go to the same school district. So we did not meet until we were almost grown and grown.
You can speak for yourself about that grown thing.
You were grown. Doesn't mean you were mature, but you were grown. I don't have a Cracker Barrel near me. The closest one closed up years ago. Only time a Cracker Barrel is when I'm on a road trip. Oh.
Well, Lamb said they're in Los Angeles.
Oh, okay.
So if that explains anything.
Goodness, I hope you're safe. There's been a lot over there, fires and such.
True.
Goodness.
Well, we were talking about coughing and wheezing earlier. Coughing having the original nickname of NY for New York, and wheezing having the original name of LA for Los Angeles as smog and poison Pokemons.
Wait, Lamb, you're gonna be close to Worlds, and by close I mean closer than us.
That's in Anaheim this year.
Yeah, like you're gonna be in the same state as Worlds. Are you going to Worlds, Lamb? If you don't mind me asking. I don't want to be... You're so close!
I mean, I don't know how close exactly it is. I'd have to look on a map, but
yeah,
I feel like that would be a day trip that you'd be able to pull off. You doing fine here?
I don't know. That's a big state. It's a big state.
I mean,
yeah,
that's
LA
fair.
is fine. Yeah, I mean, like, how do I say this? I know that when you see things on the news, it can be very exaggerated, or it may not apply to everybody in that region. There's been some things that have, and I don't want to say exactly what happened.
Appreciate you guys joining us from the West Coast. Thank y'all.
And that Pacific time. So it's only like 7 o'clock.
Oh, it's early for you guys. That's awesome.
But there's been different times.
1 HP.
Oh, I thought I had
No, not you. Sorry. I was watching Niall. Niall held up by like 1 HP.
There's been times where our region of the world has been covered on the news for different things that happen. And like if you did not live here, you would think we had the apocalypse here. I'll tell you after stream what I'm talking about. But
fair.
So.
I hope they enjoy it. I hope that they enjoy their chance to get to go, and I'm hoping you get to go one day.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's sold out at this point. Yeah, we were surprised because we got on they did like a pre-order for the NAIC tickets, and we missed it, and somehow still got tickets. But that's part of why we didn't get Pokemon Center tickets, because we had missed that pre-sale.
We won't dilly-dally next year.
Well, the thing was, I had been looking, and like I stopped looking for 2 weeks, and that was the 2 weeks they had opened up the pre-sale. So like I was so frustrated because I started checking in like January, like you have info out with this, and then they're like, oh, and then I checked like March was when I had a bunch of things that I was very busy with, and that was the time that they did the pre-order.
Yeah, well. What we'll do is next year I'll help her check every week or so.
Well, and the things that I was busy with this year won't one of them won't exist for me next year.
Oh, that's fair.
So it's not like, and I guess I hope you don't mind me saying this. When Grant's talking about taking off every other Thursday for things,
oh yeah.
I've not pressured Grant in any way or even mentioned it in a long, like I mentioned it like 6 months ago. And then it was kind of just, we just left it. With that, there's some things I'm putting aside too. So it's not just like Grant's being forced to give up his channel. He's not giving up his channel. And we're not advocating for that. So just for the record.
No, like I told y'all, there's a real chance in, there's a real chance in the future that we may go back to every Thursday if things change. It's just for right now, we're doing some adjustment for our better health, my better health, her better health, our family health, for the fact that we want to be able to work on our family a little bit. And instead of just completely abandoning one night a week, we're just gonna go to every other Thursday. So that way it gives us a little bit of family time and you guys still get some streaming time. I'm still planning on putting out recorded videos on the Thursdays that I'm not here. And there's a few other adjustments that in general I just have in plan that's just gonna kind of change things up a little bit. Not much, not dramatically, just enough to kind of make things a little different around here, but also enough to give us a chance to have a little bit of us health, which is what we need. We need a little bit of time to us. We're working on several different things that hopefully will change a lot to the channel and to our lives in the future and make things a lot easier for me to both host my streams, do my streams, my recordings, and for Hannah to be able to run her channel, and for us to have a very balanced family life. Nothing's set permanent yet, but we are working on trying to do some adjustments. The original studio idea that I had has kind of been put on the back burner because of these type of adjustments that we're looking into. So I may not go through with the original studio idea, but there is a plan to work on a studio setup in the future, one way or the other. The original idea may come back into play, it may not. I don't know yet. So that's also the reason why I haven't done anything as far as adjusting a studio just yet. But as we get these things adjusted out, we're hoping that the balance will find a nice smooth layout for both her and I for our channels individually, and for her and I as a family, as a couple. And it'll give us both the chance to balance out our work lives and our relaxing lives, our home lives a little bit more all together. Ooh, acid armor. Let's check and see. That's pretty good from what I understand. Using liquefy itself sharply raises its defense stats. Yeah, let's drop harden for acid armor, because acid armor will actually sharply raised defense usually means that it's gonna raise 2 stat points instead of 1 of armor of defense. You're gonna be out for a few minutes. I'm changing the camera back then. Excuse me, beg pardon. Sorry about that. Get the burps. But yeah, that's the general plan for right now. So don't take it as we're trying to do anything that's gonna cause any problems to our channels. Neither one of us. We're both gonna kind of still keep our channels up and going. We're just gonna take a little bit more time for us and kind of balance things a little bit. Welcome in, Mama D. Appreciate you coming to hang out. But like I said, that's only gonna be Thursdays. That's the only day it's gonna affect. It's gonna be every other Thursday, but that's not gonna start until after we finish Brothership. We're gonna finish Brothership, and then what I talked about on Thursday. So the plan is I'm gonna finish Brothership, and when I finish Brothership, the immediate next Thursday, I'm planning on taking off and just relaxing, and then the week after that, so 2 weeks after we finish Brothership, we'll jump into Mario Sunshine, because I do want to start Sunshine with you guys, and I do want to play through Mario Sunshine. I'm really hoping that between now and then the GameCube controller comes back in stock and I can get my hands on one. It'd be amazing to have it ready for Sunshine, but we'll see. We'll see if that plays out. If not, then I'll use the Pro Controller and I'll just get used to it because it is definitely different. Now, we were talking a little bit about timing as far as that change goes and where we're going to be at. And we realized, depending on how things fall out, my time might actually fall a little differently than what we anticipated. And I may not take that immediate next Thursday off, depending, right after Brothership. Some of it's going to depend on when it falls. We know we're close to ending Brothership, but we don't know exactly how close we are to it. Mario Galaxy After Sunshine. I've had that thought. That's in consideration, but step on the panel and go back to the entrance. Ooh, no, we don't want to do that just yet. There's a possibility, and especially if that's what you guys are asking for, there's a real possibility that we may play Galaxy After Sunshine. But several factors were in to hold for that right now. One is I'd like to get deeper into Sunshine first and see how long it's going to take us to play Sunshine. It's not going to be 100% playthrough. I'm just telling you that now. I'm not going for all 120 Shine Sprites. I can't do it. The blue coins mess me up too bad. So I'm not. We're going to do a storyline based playthrough and get probably quite a few. I may not just say, oh, 70 stars, let's go to the, no, I mean, 70 shine sprites we're going after about, no. We'll probably get more than that and go through and play quite a few levels, but I'm not going to 100% it because of the blue coins. I'm just not. I can't. So that'll help kind of keep the time down on it a little bit. But if you guys are interested in Galaxy afterwards, I'll put it on the consideration board, and I say it that way because depending on what happens between now and then, if there is a new Mario game that comes out, then we may play the new Mario game. And it's not that I don't want to put Galaxy out there. I'd love to play Galaxy with you guys. It's another one. There's a ditto. It's another one that I never finished. Sunshine has the lily pad level. Yeah, it's got several good. Well, it's got a lot of good levels on actually. Yeah, you've never played Galaxy, right? I played at Galaxy. I never finished Galaxy. Like, it was one of those things. Like I got Galaxy, and I kind of played at it, but then it quickly lost my entry. Big ol' excellent. I never played Galaxy 2. Galaxy 2 was the one I never actually played. Galaxy 1, I did have a copy of it, and I played through, I don't know, like the first 10 or so stars, maybe. And I just kind of fell out with it. And it was just because, if I remember right, at the time when it came out and where I was at in my life. Really? Can I just not throw straight tonight? Where I was at in my life, I just didn't have the. Got a great throw. I didn't have a chance to sit down and play video games quite like I wanted to back then. Had a lot of real life stuff going on at that point in my life. So getting a chance to really dedicate to Galaxy was never something I had at that time. Now, playing Galaxy with you guys, definitely I have some time to be able to dedicate to it and some plan to do it. But like I said, I don't want to put it on and say, oh, we're definitely going to play Galaxy After Sunshine as soon as it's done, and then there be some kind of new Mario that comes out that we want to play. So, like I said, I will definitely put it in the in the consideration of After Sunshine. And from what I've heard, there's not a big plan for a new Mario right now coming out, especially with Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong is supposedly the new platformer or open world sandbox game for the Switch, or Switch 2 specifically. So it may be a while before we get a Mario. So there's a possibility we may go from Sunshine to Galaxy. And I am down for doing that. I have no problem doing it. I like that idea. But I don't want to make a promise and then things have to change because of what comes out. Does that make sense? So, yeah, definitely have it on the consideration board, but not sure about it. No, I never played Donkey Kong 64. After Donkey Kong Country, I kind of fell off with the Donkey Kong vibe. Hannah is getting a copy of what's the new Donkey Kong? Donkey Kong Bonanza. So I may borrow it from her, but I never did play Donkey Kong 64. Diary, September 1st. Mewtwo is far too powerful. We have failed to curb its vicious tendencies. Alright, so that means that Mewtwo got out. Alright, did we battle this guy yet? Let's battle this guy. So, like I said, definitely on the board. I will definitely keep it in mind that you guys are wanting to see Galaxy after Sunshine, and we'll just simply see how it goes, because I don't want to make a promise this far ahead on 2 games down the way until we get closer to done with Sunshine. But yeah, I'm if things work out correctly, I am absolutely down to play Galaxy after Sunshine. Let's use Firetail. 164 multiplayer is it really? I'll have to look it up. I've never played Donkey Kong 64. You're gonna love Galaxy and its sequel. I always seen that Yoshi was in the sequel, and I kind of hate that I passed on it. I'm a Yoshi fan. I'm a huge Yoshi fan. Super Mario World is my favorite Mario of all time. That's the Super Mario that I can always go back to and play and just absolutely enjoy. I mean, I did a playthrough here on the channel with you guys of Super Mario World, 100%ed it because of the fact that I just enjoy it so much. So if that tells you anything about the fact that I'm a huge Yoshi fan, that every time I seen Galaxy 2 with Mario on Yoshi, I kind of almost want to kick myself a little bit for like, why didn't you play that game? But I can understand. I know that I had a lot of things in life going on at that time, so real life really kind of got in the way of me playing video games back then. And don't get me wrong, I played my share of video games on the Wii, but they were early life Wii games. The later in life Wii games got a lot harder for me to play, so I was having to pick and choose what I was playing. Firetail went up to level 53. Yeah, when it came to late games in the Wii, I ended up
I'm back.
I ended up choosing Skyward Sword at the time. Sorry, my brain is gone still. Skyward Sword was what I ended up putting in my late game Wii playthrough on. You're like taking over my desk. I really wish I had a remote camera to show you guys what I'm seeing here. I gotta figure out how to tie my phone to the camera system to this so you guys can see what I'm looking at. Not right now, but next time.
I know it's...
yes, welcome back. Galaxy 1 has the better plot and atmosphere, but Galaxy 2 has the better gameplay overall. Nice. I've seen recently, actually, I watched a partial playthrough or a hit and miss playthrough of Galaxy 2, and yeah, the way the mapping works isn't the same as oh my god,
Yawn.
sorry, as Galaxy 1. I like the using the observatory more in Galaxy 1, but the overall gameplay and the mechanics and some of where the stars were hidden at in Galaxy 2 was way better. Yeah, it was definitely nicer. What are you doing?
I'm working on a big mega cross stitch. Let me just explain to the chat.
Well, I feel like I need to like move my stuff over. You're taking my desk here.
I'm trying to compact it. I wanted to hang out, but I need to be productive. I'm doing a cross stitch. It's a giant piece, and it has all these colors to it. It has like, I think, close to 90 colors. So I'm putting all of them on these, and I need to go ahead and get it moving. So I was gonna do it and talk while I did it, if it's okay with you.
I don't know how much more of my desks are you gonna absorb.
Hopefully this is it.
I hope so. Really, I'm just gonna move the book because I don't know if I want stickers on the book. Hey!
Now we're good.
Where do you want my lighting? Resetting my lighting over here. Yeah, so like I said, I haven't played Galaxy 2 yet, but I'm gonna take your word for it being better so far, Diddley. Did not mean I'm running into that one. But yeah, I would love to go back and play it one day. I don't understand why Nintendo didn't put Galaxy 2 into the 3D All-Stars. They gave us Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, and Galaxy. Why didn't they put Galaxy 2 in there? No, I mean, sorry to disappoint you, Lamb, but Diddley's right. That was not my first yawn of the night. I've been yawning for a while.
Grant's knitting a gaming cottage corner. How many yawns are we at, Diddley? I know I've had 2.
I mean, you're right, Diddley. They are Nintendo, so they're gonna Nintendo in a very Nintendo way. But I don't know. I really wish they'd have put Galaxy 2 in that game. But hey, maybe I just heard the slide that time. I've never paid attention to it. Maybe I can get lucky enough and I can get my hands on a used copy, because I do frequent a couple of used game stores around here.
And he does mean frequent.
Look, that's Hannah's way of relaxing is going to like Michael's and to the yarn store.
The yarn store. Michael's is not Michael's.
Okay, well, you like all the craft stores. But yes, you're on store specific.
I like the bougie stuff, I'll be honest. I do. I have expensive taste.
Sometimes,
Grant does too, but his is more vintage than mine.
Sometimes I just like to look through the video games. And
he wants to pet the video games. It's like going to see Jurassic Park, but it's all the old video games.
Hey, I can go through I can technically window shop. I have very much so window shopped.
I will say
you know what? That's nice, but I'm not gonna buy it tonight. Tonight's not the night.
If I walk into a store, I'm probably walking out with something, which is my problem when I go to my weekly knit group. Oh yeah, I have like several sweaters planned out, by the way, Grant.
I mean, it's all the truth.
Stop
I don't know what to tell you. This is our real life. Y'all are hearing how our life actually goes.
Yeah.
Anna goes to the yarn store and knits, and very rarely comes home without buying anything.
I have an epic Grant share corner coming up. It probably won't be for another month or 2, but it is going to be the most epic. I have a surprise. You don't even know about this.
What?
Oh, I was talking about knitting and stuff, and me like not walking out the store without something. I concocted it for you, but you're gonna think I'm ridiculous, but it's okay.
Did you buy something again?
No, I haven't bought it yet.
Well, at least you guys get to be surprised as with me. Hannah's buying more yarn.
That's not the surprise. We knew that was gonna happen.
You're not buying the yarn store, are you?
No.
Just making sure we're not going to be owning a yarn store here in a minute.
Not yet.
That's the same thing Liam just said.
See, this is why me and Lamb are friends.
Liam just literally just said, yay.
This is why me and Lamb are friends. Lamb understands.
Okay, so back to my point. My point is, I frequent some of the local game shops, so I'll keep my eye out for a copy of the Wii Mario Galaxy 2, and guess I need to make sure my Wii U's not dead too, because they do die after some time, I've heard. Yeah. I guess I need to break it out and check on it. Worst case scenario, I'm pretty sure I can hook up the Wii U to the capture card to the Elgato. It's got an HDMI, didn't it? Didn't the Wii U have an HDMI plug?
I don't know. I didn't own a Wii U.
I think it did, if I remember right. So I should be able to hook it up to the Elgato, and if I get a chance to play Galaxy 2, that might be how we end up playing Galaxy 2. Wow, I need to break out some retro consoles. The truth be told, I thought so. I was pretty sure it had an HDMI. I couldn't remember. Thank you, Lamb.
I mean, didn't the Wii didn't have an HDMI, but it was the last one that didn't.
It was the last one that Nintendo did not use HDMI on. The Wii U was the first console they ever put HDMI into.
Yeah.
I was pretty sure I had that
was
thought
just
right.
starting to become a thing.
Yeah. Hold on. We never named our Ditto. You guys never gave me a Ditto nickname.
We named the Ditto Yet.
I knew we were missing a nickname in there. Like, I know we
Also,
called
hi,
it Ditto.
Mama D. Hi.
You have a couple of Wii's. Oh, you got a couple of different Wii units. Yeah, the Wii is a good console. I really liked my Wii, honestly.
I did too, before mine blew up.
But I ended up transferring all my stuff off of my Wii onto my Wii U, which I question now. Should I have, you know, done that? Should I have left it on the Wii and then just left the Wii U as was? But, you know, neither here nor there now. Okay, I'm down for it. Yeah, it had the component connector. It had a very high-end, you know, video output doing the component connector, but it was not HDMI. What my point being on that is, I need something that's connected to HDMI. If yours doesn't work, oh, my Wii should be fine. It's my Wii U that I'm curious about. Yours is in Mexico.
I mean, if yours doesn't work, yeah. So the story behind my Wii, the cable company installed new cable. It was a big day in our household. We got cable in our bedrooms for like my parents always had cable in their bedroom, but my brother and I never had cable in our bedrooms. It was a big day. We finally got cable in our bedrooms. But when they went to install it, they did not bury the line properly, which meant that all the houses and all the TVs in the house were connected to this cable line that was not buried properly, which meant when a thunderstorm came along and went pow pow and hit that cable line, it blew out a couple things. And because it hit the electricity of the home, it blew out the Wii. I think it blew out the microwave. It damaged the oven. Like, we were mad. But my Wii, yeah. My Wii was kapow at that point. And like, I took it to the game repair shop as a last hope, and the guy opens it and he says, I've never seen one charred this bad before. And when somebody says that, you're like, oh no. There's no hope. We only had like, I think probably 3 or 4 games for it. I didn't play it too often.
That's when you lost your Twilight Princess playthrough. Though,
that was my first Zelda game I was going to play, and I was stuck, but I was determined I was going to persevere through. And that is the only Zelda. Well, I started through Breath of the Wild. That's the only other Zelda I've ever played after that.
And you own a copy of Tears of the Kingdom you haven't yet played.
Yeah, I own a physical copy of Tears of the Kingdom I have yet to ever put in the console.
Yeah, we got to get her playing Tears of the Kingdom.
Pokemon first.
Pokemon first?
I'm very excited about Pokemon. Let me enjoy my Pokemon thing.
It's a large container made with thick glass. It looks like as if something has been beaten on it over and over from the inside. I wonder what that could have been. All right, so we got the secret key. That's what we were after. That was the whole purpose of coming down here. So let's see if we can get back out of the... Ooh. That door's locked. Let's see if we can get back out of this place. Yeah, and see me? I had my Wii, and then I decided to buy a Wii U. Not at first. It took us a little while. I ended up getting the Mario Kart 8 version bundle because Chloe and I loved playing Mario Kart at the time. So getting the new Mario Kart at that time, Chloe and I used to sit in bed and in my bed because I had it in my bedroom at the time, and we would pile up, and she would take the gamepad and I would take a controller and nunchuck. And that's how we'd sit there and we'd play Mario Kart for hours on end.
Is that the nunchuck sound? Like a
No,
woodchuck?
that was me thinking.
Like a woodchuck?
That was me trying to get my brain working. I still have my Wii, Wii from the original Wii as well.
Somebody clip the nunchuck for us.
This one.
Yes. One day we're gonna have a Grant's Gaming Corner soundboard.
Does that include
Includes me.
Man.
Yes. It includes me going, yawn! Yawn got one!
Yeah, well. Yeah, I'm like you, Lamb. I still have my original Wii from launch. Launch day. This is nostalgia for you right here. This is what caused Hannah and I to end up being, well, one of the reasons why Hannah and I end up being caught at our overnight for the Switch 2, midnight launch at Switch 2, is because it invokes some nostalgia hit for me, going back to the original Wii, to where I ended up spending the night in the parking lot with a buddy of mine because we lined up the night before to go to a Best Buy launch to pick up our Wii.
Was that the
my
video
Wii.
you showed me?
Do what?
Was that the video you showed me where somebody had taped it? Or was that a different launch? That was a Switch launch. Never mind.
There was something different. There was
Yeah.
Oh no, that was the Switch launch. I know what you're
Okay.
talking about. No,
Sorry,
no,
go
that
ahead.
was the Switch launch.
Sorry to interrupt.
But no. Back when the Wii came out, pre-reserving or pre-ordering wasn't a big thing. So a lot of people lined up overnight at the store to buy a console the next day. And I had a buddy back then that he didn't have anything to do the next day. We were both off the next day. And so we ended up deciding to go and camp out in Best Buy's parking lot that night. And we weren't the only ones. There was like 10 other people out there with us that night. So we had a bit of a camp out party that night, waiting for the Best Buy to open the next day, to everybody to buy Wii's. It was great. Grass in Cinnabar Island. Well, I mean, it's not overrun by the lava yet. Which area you were? Because they're all the same. They kind of do in some ways, but they still kind of look different in other ways. You just kind of have to have an idea where you're at. This gym is... Here we go. First question. Well, wait, Mr. Blaine, it's not your turn yet. Oh, that's right. Yeah, the old man you just saw there was the gym leader, Blaine. He's the fire-type Pokemon Pro. You did well finding the secret key to get in here, so I think you're ready to take on the gym. As you might have guessed, you'll have to take on a quiz at this gym as well as battles. Try to have a good time. And check the score for oh.
Yes, thank you, Liam. I don't want to cause feedback on his thing, but I will check it as soon as stream ends. Yes.
And there's not
Thank
a
you,
single
Liam.
grain of sand here. No, not really. You don't get a lot of sand in this game.
Thank you, Liam. I'm gonna have to figure.
So my point of what I was saying was, Hannah and I did the midnight launch to the Switch 2. Yes, we did pre-buy ours though.
Well, Grant pre-bought ours because he surprised me with
Okay,
Switch.
fair.
I had no idea. I thought I was just tagging along to get Grant Switch.
And because she had never been to a midnight launch before.
Yeah.
Well, for me, it invoked nostalgia between the Switch midnight launch, because I did go to the original Switch midnight launch with some buddies back then. But the Wii U one is the one, I'm sorry, the Wii U. The Wii is the one that really hits hard for me because of it being before pre-orders being a thing, and because you actually had to camp out overnight in a parking lot like that to get in line. And so that was like just a fun experience for us back then. And that kind of invokes that kind of nostalgia hit for me. But Hannah, having never experienced a midnight launch, it was kind of nice to take her to her first midnight launch.
Yeah.
But it also, in turn, I had a surprise a Switch 2 ready for her. So
Yeah.
it kind of worked out in multiple ways there.
It was a very special evening. It was great.
I mean, chances are we're probably not going to get another chance to do another midnight release like that.
Maybe.
Games, maybe, but I don't. So, I mean, it's been a long time since I did a midnight release for a game.
Yeah, I'm
The
just saying a
consoles
console,
are more-
like a console midnight launch. is
Yeah, the
probably
consoles are the bigger thing. The games,
Now,
they're not the same.
I played Animal Crossing New Horizons at midnight because it was the first. They had just closed down the schools for all the things we won't mention here. But so I played Animal Crossing when it launched
That was special. But it was weird because it was like it felt cool to me, but I was home alone by myself. There was nobody else I knew who was doing it, so there was like that we didn't have that energy feeding off of other people, you know? I didn't have all of that. So it was nice to have that this time. And yes, it was Mama D and Papa D's first midnight launch too.
Yes. It kind of is an island, but it kind of isn't, diddly. I mean, I get what you're saying. It's definitely... In this game, they're designed to be simplistic and easy to look at and easy to navigate. So, Cinnabar is what it is.
Yawn 3. Yawn 3. Oh no, this is 4, because there was 2 before. There's 2
Another
before, and
yawn
then
in.
lambs, and then so now we're up to yawn count 4.
Okay. So, yawns. Back to what I was saying. Yeah, the consoles are definitely different from a game release, and I really don't know that we're going to get a chance to ever go to another console midnight release, because the reality is, I don't know how many more of these consoles are going to get midnight releases or releases like this anymore. I mean, if you think about it, Nintendo did an 8-year run from the Switch to the Switch 2. They wanted a 10-year run. They wanted a 10-year lifespan of it. And there's a real possibility they may get the 10-year lifespan out of the Switch 2.
Especially with the capabilities of that hardware.
Exactly. So what are the chances that realistically retail is going to do a midnight release at that point? I mean, 10 years from now, that's not exactly how I look to see
I see them doing a
buying
midnight
happening anymore.
I see them doing a midnight release, but doing it by having it delivered at your doorstep at midnight. Because they're talking
Maybe.
about doing like drone deliveries and stuff, which is kind of freaky to me.
Maybe.
I
but
can see that being a thing.
Exactly. My point, though, being is how much is retail going to change in the next 8 to 10 years if they stretch it this long? That midnight releases are not going to be really a thing to be a party. I mean, even this year, Nintendo was trying to discourage people from lining up in New York at the New York store and talking about the Warp Pass and all that kind of stuff to get them there. Hey, just show up the midnight of. And they didn't want them lining up and waiting like that anymore. I watched several YouTubers who waited several nights there in New York, and it was something Nintendo was trying to discourage.
Well, I don't know, it's different because you'll be too old to stay up. Shots fired.
You say that, Mama D, but remember, you're gonna get there before me, and you seem to pull it off fairly well this last go round. So
Mama
if you
D
can pull it
also-
off, I think we can still pull it off.
Mama D doesn't have to take a nap every day.
What you trying to say? I have to take a nap every day? Nap time's a choice.
It's better for all of us when Grant makes that choice. Grant
Well,
likes
I'm not
his naps.
disagreeing with you on that, but I'm still saying nap is a choice. Nap is still a choice. All right, we got to get to moving before we run out of time.
Okay.
What'd you say? You're ready to start? Yes. No need to be shy then. Step right up. Okay, chat. How do we do this? Do we answer all the questions correctly and keep moving forward? Or do we take the battles?
I was at the last one, so maybe you will do it.
See?
I mean, I think where there's a
Tease
will,
me,
there's
I
a
tease
way.
you.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
There's a very big will when it comes to video games for me. Take the battles? Alright, I'm down for it. Here we
you're not
go.
gonna
This
do
is the
the
Cinnabar
quiz?
Island Gym Pokemon Quiz.
Great.
Challengers get to 5 questions and they have to answer. Get one right and you'll get a Blaine doll. Get a question wrong and you'll have to battle one of the students here. Battle, be the bad student. Nice, Lamb. I appreciate the encouragement to be a bad student or contestant. But if you manage to beat them, then don't worry, you'll still get a Blaine doll. Think you can challenge 5 Blaine? Can collect 5 Blaine dolls? Yes, we can. Here we go. All right. You know what? I want to see if Hannah can get these questions right.
Okay. I'm gonna say, which of these is a Spitfire Pokemon, Magmar or Growlithe? I'm gonna say Magmar.
Challengers
why'd
giving
you
a
say
response. The
Growlithe?
final judgment is Sorry, bad
You
call.
said Growl. I told you Magmar and you put Growlithe.
Yeah, but chat wants to take the battles.
Okay,
so we're
so
gonna
I
take
had
the
it right.
battles.
So I
You
had
had
it
it right. You were right.
Well, you said we're gonna see how Hannah does, and then purposely chose a thing I didn't pick.
I know, because I knew what the right answer was.
Rude.
And chat said we're taking on the battles, so we're going to take the battles on. But
Okay.
we're still going to let you answer the questions, and we'll tell you if you got it right or wrong. But you were right on that one.
Because Magmar is the fire Pokemon. So, Growlithe is not.
What is Growlithe?
Normal or ground?
Growlithe is a fire type as well, but Growlithe is known as the puppy Pokemon.
Okay. Well, my logic was.
That's some deep lore there. Hold on. We got the book right here in front of us. Check this
Literally
out.
throwing the book at me.
Might as well use the book while we got it. Where's Growlithe at? Growlithe's in here somewhere. I gotta put my remote down. Wait a minute, I'll just hang it. Hang on a second, I gotta find Growlithe here and show you it's the puppy Pokemon.
Grant, you just got hit.
Yeah, I know, I switched out Dragonair to
I know, but it looks like it.
oh, it doesn't say it in this book, I forgot. That's a Pokedex thing. Oh no, it does. Type, puppy.
Okay.
And then Magmar.
We're gonna get hit again.
Nah,
That was
Taryn's
the
not
hit.
gonna carry it on. You sure about that?
Yes.
Technically it says it's the flame Pokemon, but it's the Spitfire Pokemon.
It spits fire.
hmm Most of the early Gen 1 Pokemon art showed Magmar having actually a little bit of fire being spit out of its beak. Alright, so down goes the first trainer. Alright, let's see what question 2 is, and let's see if Hannah can get it right.
Okay.
And then we'll tell her the right answer and choose the wrong answer. A hard-won victory. You've won a Blaine doll. Yay.
Ew.
All right, let's move on to the second question. Quiz time.
Okay.
How many gym badges certified by the how many gym badges certified by the Pokemon League are there?
8.
You sure about that?
Yes.
Okay, then we're going with 7 anyways. Because we're taking the battle. You were right, but we're taking the battle.
Do I want a prize?
I don't know. What do you guys think? Does she get a prize? Alright, let's defeat this thief. Let's see what he's coming at us with. Actually, I feel like it would have made more sense for the first battle, because it was the Growlithe Magmar questionnaire. For that trainer to have had a Growlithe or a Magmar.
Yeah, that would have made a lot of sense actually to have a Magmar.
Yeah, but instead it had a Charmeleon. Alright, Riley, get in there. You're gonna do a lot of work today, bud.
You cooked dinner one night.
I mean, I already owe you guys a cooking
Yeah, we
video for
haven't
that.
gotten that together yet.
Yeah, we gotta get to
Life
gotta get
has
on
happened.
that. You ain't joking.
Yeah.
Although, speaking of dinner, thank you for cooking dinner for me tonight. Hannah had dinner ready for me whenever I got home, even though she was not. She had something she had to take care of tonight.
Yeah.
Preparing for BBS this weekend.
Oh.
You guys know we like going and doing our church events, so
Yeah.
I'll tell you guys the truth. She was preparing for VBS for this coming weekend.
Did some decorating.
Yep. Kids are gonna love it.
Yeah, it's pretty cute.
I'm not gonna say anything about the details just in case if any of the kids do watch it, because I've heard that a few do watch the channel.
Oh, they
But
were there
they're gonna,
tonight.
huh?
They were there.
Oh, they were there tonight.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I'm just gonna say they had pizza there, but I already like cooked dinner for grits. So I had that, but they had garlic knots, and there was one left, and I got one. So good. And because it was the last one left, I got all the rest of the garlic sauce.
That's fair, because I had a garlic bun from leftover date night the other night.
Already ate mine.
We went and got Italian the other night. It was great.
There's a little Italian place. It's not in our town. It's actually a little ways out for us. Did they really? They put a knot in that. It's awful.
Go and tie it.
I can't. That's what ties the two strands together. That's what I'm saying. It's where the machine broke.
Ooh.
I know. So now I gotta cut that out.
Ooh.
I know.
I know nothing about yarn.
It's
A hard-won victory? Okay, another Blaine doll. Yep, second question. Oh, this is the third question. Third question. Quiz time. A steel type move used on a fire type Pokemon will be.
Give me a second. I would say not very effective.
And Hannah would be right, so we're gonna say super effective so that we can see if we can do the battle. Which I feel like this question is a bit unfair for this game because technically Steel type didn't come along until Gen 2. So, ow.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
It fell.
So I feel like it's kind of a little unfair, even though Steel types are retroactively in this game, along with both Dark and Fairy. But there are no Dark type Pokemon in this generation. We just get Dark type moves. I don't know. It's questionable on that one. No fire melts steel. Exactly.
Right.
Hannah had it right. But I chose the wrong one because we want to do the Pokemon battles.
I used the logic like Liam told me to. Or Diddley did. Somebody did.
I have to read back in the conversation to see who said it. I want to say Diddley said that one.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyways, oh, there's the Magmar. 3 questions in, now we get the Magmar. Anyways, I'm still kind of torn about the steel type question, just because of the fact that Gen 1 technically didn't have Steel, Dark, or Fairy in it. And I know they're there now, and I know it's retroactively added them in, but I feel like to be true to the game, true to the original, that question shouldn't be a fair question. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just fine now. I mean, I guess it is technically fine now, considering we do have steel types in Let's Go because of things like Magnemite and Magneton. I don't know. That's one of those ones. Was like, that's a bit of a gen break thing, if you ask me. But I am proud of you for starting to learn your typing already, or at least learning about your fire typing. Another Blaine doll. I like how they skip past the one right in front of us for a moment.
What starter I picked?
What starter did you pick?
What's the fire one? He's like the little crocodile.
Oh, yeah, you can tell him.
What's his name?
Fuecoco.
Coco, and he just evolved into a.
I don't remember its middle evolution's name
like
off the top of my head.
Something.
Something like that, yeah. I know it evolves up to
That's all I wonder. Blaine, he does look like Dr. Robotnik. We should watch that movie again. That was great.
now my brain is kicked out.
Who broke me?
What movie?
The Sonic movie.
Ah, fair. True or false? TM28 contains the move Tombstoney.
False.
You're right.
I feel like I had TM28 in my game, which is why I was like, I don't think I've seen that before, but I think I have seen TM28.
TM28 I think is normally Dig in this generation. I cannot think of Fuecoco's final evolution name.
Am I 4 for 4?
No.
Or
so
3
far.
for 3?
So far 4 for 4.
Like Wendy's.
Fire type is what I always choose. Fire type is usually my first starter, but at my sequential playthroughs I usually choose the others. But yeah, fire is usually my go-to first choice as well. Although I'm having problems with Legends Arceus. I liked all 3 of the starters. They were all 3 great. Cyndaquil, Oshawott, and Rowlet. I've used all 3 of them in playthroughs, and they're all 3 solid Pokemon. And I love the fact that they got
There's your
alternate
Growlithe.
forms.
There's your Growlithe.
Yeah. Growlithe finally showed up.
Yeah.
Legends CA, however, I'm a little torn by. Chikorita is okay. Totodile is okay. Totodile is actually one of the water starters that I used in one of my early playthroughs of Gold, Silver, and Crystal. followed up after Cyndaquil because I like Cyndaquil a lot better. But Totodile was my second choice. And then there's Tepig. And while I like the fire typing, I have a hard time with Tepig. And it's not Tepig's fault. It's not. It's really not. The problem for me is Tepig evolves for the third time in a row, for third generation in a row, into a fire fighting. And it really hurt me in Generation 5. I still liked it as a fire type, but the fighting typing for the third time in a row killed me. Totodile for me, Chikorita, I don't know. It's a hard choice. And see, for me, all three are just kind of okay, and
Do I get a clean sweep?
We'll see.
Okay, sorry.
Here's your last question. This is it. Good night, Mama D. Appreciate you stopping by for a little while. So I'm gonna have a really hard choice to make whenever it comes time to choose our starter for ZA, because none of the three of them stand out to me extremely jump out kind of way. Does that make sense? None of them really kind of call out to me right now, because all three of them are kind of just middle of the road for me. Totodile I have used on several Gen 2 playthroughs, and it's okay. I'm not a huge Feraligatr fan, but it's a good water type. Cyndaquil, I'm not Cyndaquil, I'm sorry, Chikorita, it's okay. It's a decent grass type. So it's like okay.
Okay.
And then I have my gripes about Tepig, even though Tepig is a fire type, and I've always liked my fire type. So I really don't know what starter I'm gonna pick for ZA.
Oh, did they already announce them?
The starters for ZA?
Those are all the starters?
Yes. Chikorita, Tepig, and Totodile.
So they're not new Pokemon.
No, but neither were the three starters for Legends ZA, Legends Arceus either.
I'm
Yeah, the mainline games Gen 10 will have a new round of starters, but Legends is not going to have a new round of starters. Now I'm hoping that they get new evolutions, or maybe they get new mega forms, all three of them, but I guess we'll see. All right, Hannah, you're up. You ready?
Challenger GGC, tell me, who are you about to battle? Blaine, the Cinnabar Island gym leader, a fire-type Pokemon pro, a hot-headed quizmaster, a mustached old man, an old guy in sunglasses. I feel like it's in all of the above. But his name is Blaine.
So do you have a choice in which one you want to pick?
No, it's fine.
Because honestly, any of these questions work, any of these answers work. They're all the same answer. They're all right answers.
So I got that too, because I also said all of the above.
Yes, so technically you can't get this question wrong because they don't give you a wrong answer.
But I got the chess move right of it's all of the above.
Sure.
Which means I won and you're going to cook me dinner, right?
But there's no all of the above option.
Okay, but I'm still got it. So you're going to cook me dinner, right?
Don't I usually cook a couple of time or two a week anyways?
When's the last time you cooked?
Wasn't it last Tuesday?
What'd you cook?
What did we have for dinner that night? I'm trying to remember. Did I cook that night?
Maybe you did.
I feel like I did cook that night.
It's got to be Hannah's choice for dinner. Ooh, thank you.
I mean, wait a minute. In all fairness, technically it is Hannah's choice every night because she buys the groceries. I just cook what's in the house.
But I do try to provide things, like I'm not big on spaghetti or lasagna, but I do try to have those things every now and then.
That's fair.
I do try to rotate out. It's not just about me. Although we could make the crabbergans.
Oh yeah, you got a recipe for that, didn't you?
I got the ingredients. I don't need a recipe, but I just need to know what roots. Yawn 5!
Fair. Did I yawn?
That sounds like a yawn.
I took a breath. Alright, so now we've got the 5 Blaine dolls. We get to challenge Blaine. Alright, so let's do this. Let's take on Blaine. But okay, I'll give Hannah the chance to pick her choice of dinner, and I'll cook dinner one night. Chances are it'll probably be tomorrow night.
No, it'll probably be Wednesday night.
What day are we on?
Monday.
Okay, yeah, she's right. Probably Wednesday night. Because I forgot what day of the week we're on.
I'll think about it.
My brain does not work well. Excuse me. It has not worked well
because
tonight
Grant,
at all.
I actually have to go to work on Wednesday, and
Excuse me.
Grant has the day off on Wednesday, so that'll be perfect. Then I don't have to cook the day after.
That's the way it goes sometimes. That's our kind of luck around here, and this is the reason why we're wanting to try to make Thursday, every other Thursday, a bit more of a family night, is because our kind of luck, just that. Normally, I'm off from Tuesdays from the 9 to 5. This week it just happened to be that they flipped it around on me and put me off on Wednesday, and it's the one day, like right out here in the middle of summer
break, my whole one day in the whole summer break that I have.
Hannah has to work. So it's like, really?
Yeah.
But that's just how our luck works. So if we make Thursday, every other Thursday, a bit more of a
family time.
look now, lamb.
Yes, I do want dessert too.
Look now, we were buddies now.
Okay.
Now I'm starting to wonder what you're trying to do to me
In
here.
Grant's defense,
I just read that.
In
why I
Grant's,
stopped.
in Grant's defense, we took a nap yesterday afternoon, and Grant got up before me, and he was like, "Hey, do you want ice cream?" I think Grant wanted ice cream, but he also fixed me a bowl of ice cream and got the hot fudge warmed up so I could have hot fudge on my ice cream because I kindly requested hot fudge. So I do get treated well around here. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't let her fool you and act like she doesn't get treated well. Hannah gets very well taken care of here at the house, and even when we go out,
I'm a little spoiled sometimes.
a little. Is that what we're calling it now?
I'm loved and cherished.
Now you're still in Chloe's line. All right, so
You're supposed to spoil your life. That's what you're supposed to do. That's part of being married, is you take care of each other.
okay, fair. I haven't missed a meal yet, so I was trying to make Grant cook as much as possible. Be careful about that, because
Okay.
Hannah doesn't necessarily let me eat as much as possible.
Liam, I have to ask, and I guess this applies to ENT as well. Or INT, sorry. I keep on saying ENT. So, since you live in an area that has a variety of cultures, do you have like around here, I love German food, and yet there's nowhere to get German food around here.
I was trying to say, where do we get German food around
There
here?
used to be a place over, if you go west, across the bridge,
Hmm.
there used to be a place that way.
Oh, okay.
You know
Down
what
there.
I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
Okay. I know what you're talking about. No, don't get me wrong. I say this, and
I've actually-
we've got plenty of culture here. We've got our share of Mexican. We've got Italian.
There's
we've
an
got
Indian restaurant, too.
Indian.
There's a lot of Thai,
I mean, there's Thai.
Vietnamese,
Yep, Vietnamese. So we've got our choices of variety of
And
food
lots
from
of
around the
American
world.
food
Chinese,
options, too.
Japanese.
lots of American options.
Plenty of American options. So
However,
we do have culture here.
but we had one
Just German's not
restaurant
one of
that
them.
served German food, and I loved it dearly. And then both of the owners tragically passed away pretty close to one another. So it was like we went one day and we went back like a month later, and they're gone. It was like, oh, it was completely like not just gone, but like shut down, boarded up, like completely. And it was really sad when we found out what happened. But
And don't get me wrong, Hannah and I both have our favorite places of quite a few of these cultures.
yeah, we actually, I think, eat outside of our, especially when we go out to eat, we eat outside of our culture more often than not.
Yes, we've got our favorite Chinese restaurant. We've got our favorite Japanese restaurant.
Italian.
We've got our favorite Italian.
I like it. We both like Indian food.
The Indian place. Yeah, so I mean, we do eat outside of our own culture quite a bit.
Yes, but like I want a good German restaurant.
I mean, that's fair.
One of these days, Liam, we're gonna come out to your part of the world to go see the new. I know there's Universal.
We get to go over there one day.
Maybe. Yeah.
Cool. I've never been out to the West Coast.
You'll
so-
have to tell us. I've never been out to the. Well, I've been out west. I went out to the Grand Canyon. I've traveled more
I've
than
never been
Grant,
that far.
and I want Grant to be able to travel. I've actually been out of the country several times.
I don't even have a passport.
I don't anymore either. Mine expired.
You've earned a volcano badge. Nice. Let's get that tail 5. There we go.
Hannah earned your volcano badge. You just didn't listen. Me. get all the answers right.
Well, chat and I agreed the battles were the way to go. So
I
we let you
know.
answer the questions. We just want to do the battles. Here, you can have this TM too. Fire Blast, not a bad one. The game had questions. There was quizzes that kept making me.
I was talking about. We were talking about
in game in Pokemon.
Yeah. Talking about like in your area, do you have a lot of like German restaurants? We had one around here, but it closed down, and I'm very sad. I miss German.
Did
food.
you read what
Yes.
names it? Oh, okay.
Okay. There's just okay. I need to explain this. So when I went to Germany and Austria, in 2013. When I went, I was with a larger group and we had a tour guide. So we get off in Vienna near the end of our trip, and we're walking around Vienna, and we're all kind of on our own for lunch. And the tour guide, she was actually, I think, Romanian, but she said, look, if you want authentic good food, she's like, go to this place. And she walked us to this, like, it was like a food stand, like a food truck. And they just had, it was just German sausage, and it looked like a hot dog stand. Like, that's what it looked like. Except it was like kind of like a box, like all the way around, where you could walk all the way around. Shawarma. Yes. Love you,
Yep.
shawarma.
Anything outside your culture counts.
Yeah, shawarma's more Greek, I think, right? There was a Greek place right there too.
Is it Greek or is it?
I think shawarma is Greek.
Okay.
Anyway. Oh, it's me. Ah, so this is where you were. I thought you might have made your way to Cinnabar Island by now. Did you beat Blaine? Really? Congratulations. You need to have 8 gym badges to get into the Pokemon League, right? I've got 7 already, which means that the only one left is... Yeah, it must be the gym in Viridian City, right? It was closed up last time I checked, though. Have you been in the Viridian City gym yet, Grant? You haven't, right? I guess I'll try stopping by Viridian City one more time. Anyway, we went, she was like, you have to go to this place. So we went up there to this food truck, and they had this thing, it's called Cross Trainer. I'm not saying it correctly, but it's German sausage that is stuffed with cheese. It's like a cheese-filled hot dog, but way better because it's like a nice sausage. And then they just put ketchup on everybody's because there was a little bit of a language barrier between us and the person. So I don't like, he knows I'm not a big ketchup person, but oh my goodness. The best thing I had the whole trip. To the point where I have ordered it from a different state and gotten it shipped to my house to have Cross Trainer. And it's still not as great, but there are a lot of small, diverse restaurants. If you're looking for my diverse and exotic foods, I personally think New York City is the place. I could see that for sure. New York, especially because New York is just such a melting pot of trade. It
I was
really
gonna say
is.
the same thing. Yeah, I agree with both of you that New York's probably gonna have the biggest variety because you can go to
Although-
the subcultures parts of the cities. You can go to
Yeah.
parts of the city that are basically a whole different country, more or less,
Or like
and
groups of different cultures as people have settled there.
or groups of cultures.
And that's been like that for over 100 years, just different cultures.
Well, that's New York. I mean, that's
Yeah,
where
that's what
most
I'm
people
saying.
come into this country. So
Well,
a
on
lot of
that
people
side-
don't pass out of that city; they stay there. LA has street hogs.
Street hot dogs, yeah.
Oh, street hot dogs. Yes.
Okay.
Fair.
Can I? There was a game that came out, like, it was probably 20 years ago this game came out. It's called Hot Dog Bush.
With ketchup.
No,
Nice.
no, but this is like German crossword. It's different. Anyway, they had this game that came out over probably 20 years ago called Hot Dog Bush, and it was making fun of President George W. Bush, of him like being fired as the president and going to serve hot dogs in New York City, and then it becomes this whole video game. You ever see it?
Interesting.
Classic Flash game.
No, never
Not
seen
to
it,
make a
though.
political stance, but just like, yeah, you've seen the game, yeah. Little kid me just likes the hot dog part. Like, just liked playing as a hot dog stand
Fair.
person. I didn't have an opinion one way or the other.
All right, so we are gonna head up towards Pallet Town. I don't forget what city we're going towards. Pallet Town next.
You're not
I have
heading
a
to
favorite-
Viridian City?
Excuse
I
me.
have a favorite
what?
Japanese restaurant that I go to sometimes. 10-10 for. Ooh, okay. What do you get at said Japanese restaurant? I'm curious.
What was you saying?
Are you going to Viridian City?
Well, we have to go through Pallet Town to get to Viridian.
Okay.
You have, yeah, you, That's right. You didn't play Gen 1.
I barely played Let's Go Eevee. I got bored very quickly.
What about Red, Blue, Yellow?
No,
Fire, Red,
that's what I'm
Leaf,
saying. That's the
Green?
only
No, no.
Pokemon game I've even touched.
Gotcha. I gotta diversify her Pokemon maps.
No.
Yeah, see, we gotta go through we gotta go up through this route 21 to Pallet Town, and then we go back to Viridian City. But we're gonna work our way there first. We're probably gonna go through Route 21 and go up to Pallet Town.
I want to see what Lamb picks. What's your go-to meal at the Japanese restaurant? I want to know.
Okay.
I'm curious, Lamb.
Ramen is a is a kaya for me. Van Noyes
That must be the
to
restaurant.
10. Very nice.
We have a place now that does ramen around here, and we love it.
Authentic ramen,
Yeah,
real ramen.
like legit. Okay, please explain okonomiyaki. Okonomiyaki? Is that a type of? Check Discord. Okay, I shall check Discord, Lamb, when I find my
Cool.
phone again. I have spread out all my stuff over my phone.
You've spread all of your stuff over my desk.
Yeah.
So, being as we run a few minutes late, or Noodle's Monster's Best Foe.
I love
Pho.
pho. Yeah, it's pronounced pho.
Sorry, I
I
never
love
say it
some
right.
good pho.
That's more what, Indian?
No, that's Vietnamese.
Vietnamese. Sorry, pho is Vietnamese. That's right. There's a Vietnamese place around here too.
That's what I'm saying. That's where they serve the pho. That's like
Yeah, that's
literally
right. 'cause
down the road from our house.
We've had it a few times. So really, we have culture. We have culture here.
Yeah, there's
We just are missing German for some reason or another.
maybe that's what our next business venture will be.
Maybe a little while.
Our next business venture. Bringing authentic German cuisine.
I mean, I can't. Make
I don't have
no
any German.
sausage. I don't know what you're talking about here.
But like, there's so much more to German cuisine than that. It's like a pancake with noodles and stuff on it. I like getting it. Ooh, you like? I like calamari, but I haven't gotten myself to just try like squid, just outright, not fried squid. But I'm that way with oysters. I won't eat oysters raw. I started off eating them fried, and now I can eat them like broiled, but I can't do them raw. So I don't think they don't do squid raw, do they? Maybe they do, or is it steamed? I think it's steamed. I do like eel.
Yeah, I do hear thunder. The weather must be rolling in. All right, this is cooked though. Yeah, okay, so it is cooked through.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Um,
My dad likes squid and octopus. I have not gotten on that train yet.
should I just keep laying?
No, I feel like I need another meal now. Now I'm like, I want food. Like, I did this to myself.
Yeah, we'll get us a quote-unquote midnight snack here in a little while. It's snack time.
If only the place that serves the good crab ragoons was still open. It's too late for us. I'm just gonna get through this whole. So this bag was like stuffed full, like exploding with embroidery DMC floss, and now I've gotten it worked down.
That's
Sitting here.
usually how it goes, Lamb. We get to start talking about food, and Hannah comes bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. I mean, I can't complain because I do
About
too
Hannah with
normally.
the-
She talks about food. I like to eat the food. Okay, that's how this works. She'll discuss it all day long and get excited about it, but then when we go to sit down, she eats. She eats her meal. That's it. Me, I'm starving by the time we get done talking about food, and I'm like, bring it on. Let's have the whole buffet at this point.
Great, I want these.
I love how we're 20 minutes over time. He keeps trying to get around to wrapping up, and it won't let me.
This is summer break, Hannah, and my summer break is almost over. Next week is my last week off, so it's like I'm enjoying this while I have it. I get to hang out with chat. We get to talk about food and.
Well, if we want to go to overtime, I'll keep playing. You guys tell me what we're doing here.
No, because I have to go to the dentist tomorrow. You have to go to work.
Okay. So I guess that means Hannah's telling me we need to wrap it up at this point. She's not going to let me go into
I would
overtime.
love to keep talking about it, but I'm going to regret it tomorrow if we do.
Lamb, I hope you can join us back tomorrow night, and we'll get Hannah back in here to continue this conversation as soon as we can. She will probably be a few minutes after I get started tomorrow night because of the fact that she has Bible study tomorrow night, and I know I miss Bible study.
He doesn't get home till after they start.
Yeah, there's several reasons why I miss it, and so I just keep my streams on Tuesday nights. Having said that, I will see you guys back here tomorrow night. Don't forget that coming up soon, we're gonna be adjusting our Thursdays. Yeah, come on, stop by tomorrow night, Lamb. Come hang out with us.
I'll probably be in about 30 minutes after stream starts.
Yeah, something like that.
Maybe I'll get the stuff to finish off the crab ragoons. We can have snacks.
She's not gonna let me finish. She's really not. Good night, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Get some rest. I will see you guys back here tomorrow night, same time. We'll be picking back up on our Zelda Skyward Sword playthrough. I think we're going after Demise, if I remember right, and hopefully we'll be able to take on Demise and finish it tomorrow night. Thank you for the GGs. You guys don't forget to hit that thumbs up before we call it a night. And if there is anybody new out there in VOD land or Stream land, definitely hit that subscribe button and the notification bell.
Comment
Guys,
with your
gotta come hang out.
Comment with your favorite food.
I'm down for that. Throw some food comments out there.
What should
make me more hungry?
What should we learn to cook or go try for ourselves?
Oh, she's gonna starve us all to death before it's all said and done. Thank you all. Love you all. I'll see you guys back here tomorrow night. Hopefully, we'll both see you guys. See everybody back here tomorrow night. And as always, be good and God bless.